This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
We all remember that one teacher who made a difference, who believed in us, challenged us, or just made learning fun. Now's your chance to say thank you in a big way with iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose. Nominate an outstanding public school teacher who's gone above and beyond for their students to win $5,000 to stock their classroom with whatever they need. Help us say thank you to the educators shaping our future. Nominate your favorite teacher now at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
So someone texted the Bradshaw and Brian KFAN text line and said they think that the fake laugh during spread swing has jumped the shark. It's not fake.
No.
I found it hilarious when guys plummet to the bottom, have a bad day on spread swing.
We like to have fun at our own expense.
It's not a fake laugh. It's a real laugh.
It's not like us to pound something into the ground either, beat a dead horse.
And I think people, much like, remember earlier today, the couple of people texted, one guy email, I get this occasionally, he doesn't wonder why anybody would listen. He goes, I wonder how many people tune out the first 10 minutes of the show because we wheel a topic. Yeah. Then I got like 13, 14 text messages. There are people, that's what they listen for. Yeah. Leave the radio to the professionals.
Correct.
You had once stated that you are stronger and healthier at 70 than you are at 43, and I think I figured out why.
How's that?
Here's a simple way to switch up your walking routine, according to experts. Mm-hmm. Try walking backwards. Taking a brisk walk is an exercise rich in simplicity and can have impressive mental and physical benefits. Stronger bones and muscles, cardiovascular fitness and stress relief, to name a few. You've been backpedaling your entire career.
I thought you really were going to go with some sort of scientific, walking backward.
But that's what it says. People are now walking backward. Backward walking, also known as retro walking or reverse walking, could add variety and value to an exercise routine when done safely. Turning around not only provides a change of view, but also puts different demands on your body.
Yeah.
There's a biomechanist and faculty member at the U of Nevada, Las Vegas, Janet Dufek, has researched the mechanics of both walking and landing from jumps to identifying ways of preventing injuries and improving physical performance. And as a former college basketball player and a regular exerciser, she's also done her fair share of backward walking. She says that the reverse locomotion can increase hamstring flexibility, strengthen underused muscles, and challenges the mind as the body adjusts to a new movement and posture. What do you think of that? And
I have seen, and I've done it occasionally, and I'll emphasize the word occasionally.
More than occasionally.
No. On the elliptical. On the elliptical, where you can pedal backwards. And I've seen other people exercising next to them going, man, they are. They're moving the same speed that they do forward. They're going backwards. And I went, man, that must have some value to it. I've never thought of it, and I rarely do it. But that's an interesting, backpedaling has been a good specialty. But I find that fascinating. If I'm walking, on River Road or something, I don't think I'd probably get a lot of gawking, like, what are you doing? Why are you walking backwards?
Last night, the Toronto Blue Jays, on Monday night losing an 18-inning thriller that, 6.5 hours, it was like a Yankees-Boston game from the olden days.
Correct.
A lot of people thought, logic would tell you that Toronto was an underdog. You have two former Cy Young Award winners, and Ohtani, and a lineup and that's almost second to none. In that, after losing that heartbreaker, that Toronto would go quietly into the night. Just the opposite. They win the next two games. They're up 3-2. And the young kid, Savages, is that how you say his name? I had the pronunciation earlier. This kid was absolutely astonishing. He was middle of summer. He was pitching for low single A Dunedin.
How about that?
And now he's had, 8, 9, 10 starts in the big leagues, including last night. He set a rookie record in World Series, I think, with 12 strikeouts. Mm-hmm. He was simply brilliant last night, and he outdueled the 2-time Cy Young Award winner, Blake Snell, who gave up, and it's the first time it's ever happened in World Series history, back-to-back home runs to start a World Series game. So it goes to show you, it's nice to be able to spend a lot of money. This would be the Pohlad pocket protectors who always want to tell us it's not about the money. There's a kid that's probably making the major league minimum, and he was brilliant last night, and he's been a hero for the team in the World Series.
Well, he mentioned after the game, he started out this season, you just said it, he pitched in front of 327 spectators. That was his first game. And last night, of course, they have 52,000 plus at Dodger Stadium. Walking out there and he's facing Ohtani again. And what a brilliant game he pitched. I couldn't be happier for Toronto. What a great story this is. Now they got 2 chances to finish him off in Toronto. I can't even imagine. Well, I can. The ticket demand for that game tomorrow night in Toronto. They've waited since 93. Is that right? 1993? Yeah. Is that when
it was definitely early 90s,
yeah. 93. But, I mean, it's just, they're crazy about their baseball. And it's a great opportunity to finish them off, and it's not going to be easy, but they have that opportunity.
Well, they're in the proverbial driver's seat.
They are, and they absolutely are. And I think,
and they're in Toronto for Game 6, correct?
6 and 7.
6 and 7. That's right. 6.
So, and 7. I mean, I think you're seeing the benefit. I mean, this team is they're really good. They were a last place team. Kind of reminds me of what happened, back with the Twins in '91, last to first. I mean, they were a last place team last year, and here they are on the cusp of winning the World Series against the powerhouse Dodger team that no one, I don't think, expected to not coast basically to the World Championship. And it's fun to watch. I mean, you're right. The home runs that set the tone right away. Schneider, first pitch, home run, and then Guerrero, who's kind of the MVP, he hit another one, and the Dodgers made it 2-1. But then, again, these quality at bats, and this is the thing. They keep, and I heard. I think it was someone, I was listening to my wife. I was driving Rochester last night. I was driving back, and I think it was Lavelle talking about. He had mentioned Paul Molitor's, who of course was a very famous Toronto Blue Jay, among other teams that he played for. But the bottom of their order, I mean, they're really good at putting the ball in play. There are no easy outs on that team, and they're not big name players, but they're just so good at, and we always talk about it. You don't have the Twins, philosophy. You got to hit a home run or. No, put the ball in play. They work the count. They make the pitcher work for it, and then they get on base time and time again and set themselves up for run scoring opportunities. So everything's working for them right now. And now the toughest part, you got to finish this team off, because we all know how explosive the Dodgers can be. Is Yamamoto pitching tomorrow night? I assume he is. But yeah, they turned it around, and that a stunned crowd in Los Angeles last night, where that kid just dominates them. With 12 strikeouts, and a rookie that, as you said, it started with the lowest of low. I don't know how to compare the story. I mean, they had a shot. I saw a video, I think of his dad. No, it was Schneider's dad, who hit the home run, the first pitch. He was in the stands. Someone had a video camera, was filming him or taping him, and Schneider hits the home run to start the game. I mean, that's something you dream about as a kid. So good for them. I hope people are locked in and watching it. It's been a lot of fun.
I find it interesting, the quotes from Blake Snell after the game.
Yeah, I heard you talking.
He said, Dateline Los Angeles, sorry, this is an Associated Press story, says Blake Snell thinks bad luck had about as much to do with his Game 5 struggles as the Blue Jays. He said luck plays in baseball, too. The 2-time Cy Young Award winner gave up 2 home runs on his first 3 pitches, then faltered again late in the 6-1 loss. Snell allowed back-to-back homers to Schneider and Guerrero Jr., the first back-to-back leadoff homers ever in a series game. Each of the first 3 pitches were fastballs, and Snell's next 22 after that were off speed. Snell said of Schneider, first pitch of the game, 97 miles per hour fastball up and in. He hits it 98. It goes out. Pretty unlucky. Vlad, yeah, that's just a bad pitch. He said he didn't think he was giving away any cues on the type of pitch he was going to throw. He said, I just think they were ambushing a fastball. They just read swings and they're ambushing, and as they should, and as I thought they should. I'm not one to make excuses or anything close to that, but that's pretty unlucky. Well, if you thought that they were going to be sitting on fastballs, why are you throwing fastballs? It doesn't make much sense to me. And then his next, as they mentioned, his next 22 pitches were off speed. And I can't find the story. I was just searching for it during the break, where there was some Blue Jays hitters that say that's exactly what we were trying to do. We knew he was going to come with the fastball. Yeah. And so they did. And that was really basically your ball game. I mean, there was still plenty of baseball to be played after the first two hitters, obviously, but that certainly set the tone for the game. Well, and it goes to show you, no matter what kind of money you spend, and how it can come down to just one performance. And the kid, he just seems to be fearless. I mean, he
was in a rhythm that you just couldn't stop.
He doesn't. I know he knows the enormity of the situation, but he certainly isn't letting it bother him in any way, shape, or form. It's a phenomenal story to see someone that you think about how is that possible to start at the lowest Class A level and pitching in front of 300 people. Exactly. Let's take a break. Come back, Tenby. You've got a keyword, I believe, correct?
Yeah, the Fan and Two Men in a Junk Truck want to give you a shot to win bonus bucks with our national cash contest. Just enter the keyword WIN at KFAN.com now for your shot at winning. That keyword is WIN. Enter now at KFAN.com. Mark your calendars. Boston Punk legends Dropkick Murphys are set to hit the Palace Theater on March 6th. Don't miss out. Tickets are on sale now. Get the full details at KFAN.com. Keyword calendar.
Couple 13-14 pastime. Common East Tenby. Mark Rosen here as well. Fish Wrap Factory West Side headline: Lakers blow big lead, but still beat Timberwolves. Austin Reeves runner at the buzzer lifted L.A. playing without LeBron and Luka to a 116-115 victory. Story starts as follows. It says, for 5 games, the Timberwolves defense hasn't been what their fans have been accustomed to seeing. But Wednesday night, after erasing a 20-point Lakers lead in the second half, all the Wolves needed was one stop while playing. One stop while up by 1 with 10.2 seconds to play, and they couldn't get it. You've been talking about the Vikings defense.
Right.
I would say the Timberwolves is as bad, if not worse. It's just, it's unacceptable. It's embarrassing for a professional basketball team.
Well, and it's a small sample size, but it's a continuation of issues they've had. And watching the replay again of that last play that Austin Reeves, who's their money guy right now and making a lot of money in the absence of LeBron and Luka, he knew he was going to take the shot. They're down by 1. And Jade McDaniel, who's the Wolves' best defender, was on him when the ball went, from out of bounds. But then I don't know what player from the Lakers kind of, put a nice screen in front of him. Well, that left Rudy on Reeves, and Reeves was able to maneuver himself into position. And credit him; he still had to make a pretty tough shot to win the game. But it doesn't disguise the fact that there are still issues with this team defensively. McDaniels, in fact, I think was pointed out from standpoint, he's been their best defender over the last few years overall. I mean, other than, I think at time when Ant is really interested in playing defense, of course, he's been out now too, and he will be out for quite a while. Arguably is the best defender, but the team has got they've got some issues that I don't know how Finch is going to solve that needed to be solved a little bit in the off season. I'm still kind of shaking my head a little bit about how they're going to run the point guard position. And you guys talked about it on my drive back today a little bit about missing Naw. My guy, Luka Garza, I think they missed at times. I saw him playing for the Celtics last night and doing a nice job.
The guy they missed is Josh Minot.
Well, Minot too, but more Naw. Naw's the guy.
No, but when I'm saying forget Garza, you saw what Minot's done with Boston so far, haven't you?
Both those guys are playing well for Boston, yeah. But you can't keep everybody. I mean, that's the problem.
When you don't play Minot, you don't even know what you have.
Well, he didn't play very much.
Well, that's my point.
Yeah.
Finch doesn't play the players enough to know what he has.
Well, he is now out of necessity. I mean, Shannon played 16 minutes and Dillingham.
He only played 9 guys last night, and one guy played 8 minutes. He's back to an 8-man rotation. 9 guys played for the Wolves.
Count 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9 guys.
And 1 played 8 minutes. He's back to playing. He's just back to. Why isn't Béranger playing?
Well, I mean, I would have.
You're losing games anyways. Play some of these guys and see what you have.
Especially early in the season, where it's just. I'm not saying it doesn't matter, but I mean, Indiana last year was 2-3 or 2-4 or whatever, and they went. They almost won the championship last year, and. So that part of the equation isn't a big deal. But I don't disagree with the Béranger situation, especially at the end of the game like that. Why not? He's mobile. He's let him go out there. If you put Joe Ingles in the game because he can inbounds the ball better than anyone on your team in a crucial situation, why not put the kid in there? Because he's adept at blocking shots. He can, if nothing else, he might be able to make Austin Reeves adjust that shot, double team him. He's going to get the ball. Anyway, I don't know how to answer that. I mean, we're not seeing him playing at all.
You're getting ripped.
For what?
Says Rosen's a fraud. Watch the replay. If you watch it, that's not how the last play of the game went down. McDaniels was on Reeves.
Yeah.
Lakers set a pick of McDaniels. Right. Rudy stepped up but didn't close off on the screen.
That's exactly what I said.
Slid through the drive to the bucket with the floater. Nice try, Rosie.
That's exactly.
Is that what you said?
That's exactly what I said.
Then why is Dr. Phil ripping you then?
I don't know, because he's not listening. That's literally, you play the tape back. It's exactly what I said, and people would back me up on it. This guy's got to get the whatever out of his ears. I literally said McDaniel was on him. He got screened and left Rudy alone
seems like
one-on-one.
People just want to get you going.
No, these people are just idiots.
They hear what they want to hear.
Yeah, it's just, that's fine but don't say I didn't say it, because it wasn't like a half hour ago. I literally said it 2 minutes ago. I watched the replay any number of times, and Reeves has been knocking down those shots, but they did a nice job of taking McDaniel off of Reeves, and he could not fight his way through that screen, and that's how he made the shot over Gobert.
Comment, when it comes to the Wolves, play them so you know what you have. When Common's talking to the Vikings, he says they should keep playing Wentz over the rookie. We are win. If you ever, in all honesty, you see, I'm going to have to explain it to him and maybe some of the other listeners. I think most listeners understand this. There's a difference between sports. Like basketball, the professional level, they play 82 games.
Right.
And they rotate guys in and out all the time. In the NFL, you only have 17 games. And so when you've had a rookie that you have seen what you have, now you have to see more long term. McCarthy was dreadful in his first 2. Literally dreadful. He looked like he'd never played the position before.
I know, and it still surprised me they gave him NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Except for the fourth quarter of the Bears game.
Right.
So when you have a team that's built to win now, and you have a team that has a quarterback that allegedly has a bad sprained ankle, you go with your veteran quarterback to see if you can stay in the hunt. When you're talking about the early games of the NBA, you only have to go as far as Minot to see. The guy had 14 rebounds last night. He's been the best player on Boston so far this season. Now, that could all end next game, and he might fade away into oblivion and never be a factor ever again. It's distinctly possible. But there's a big difference between playing bench players early in the season in the NBA
and in the NFL game.
Yeah, it's astonishing.
Yeah, I think that, we're seeing, obviously Rob Dillingham, the guy, Terrence Shannon, these guys were going to play more minutes, and it's been a work in progress, no doubt. Dillingham's still, 20 years old? He's got his moments. He had 5 assists last night. He had 8 points, but he's still a little skittish about certain things, and Shannon needs to be more aggressive with what he's doing. And I don't think he even scored last night. Looking at the box score.
Here's one. It says, Common, I think Finchie should take the power trip approach to coaching the Wolves. Instead of running a 3-man rotation of Hawk, Sauce, and Corey, they instead invite a full bench of contributors, veterans, and young guns like Max and Helby to maximize the return of the morning grum. Maybe Finchie should experiment a little more with his bench. Instead, he's taking the common man approach, using the rotation of Common, Tenna, and Rosie. That's true.
Yeah.
We kind of just go with the 3-man rotation here. The power trip goes with like what? 30?
10.
30, 40?
Yeah, 30 might be light.
30 might be light. They go 30, 40, 50 different people that come in each week. Maybe
the fire code gets broken when their show is on the air.
Wait, hold on. Whoops. Oh, no. What was right above rim shot?
Uh-oh.
What did I lose?
Uh-oh. He's right.
No! In my haste to hit the rim shot, I dragged it over whatever was above it. It's gone forever. We might not ever know what it is. Oh, well. Let's, oh, here's one. Rosie calling Minnesota sports fans idiots. He can start packing for the city he prefers anyway, Chicago. Maybe you want to go to Chicago.
Thinking about it.
We'll take a break, come back, one more segment to go. Common Man program on the Fan.